But the next time you went to your doctor was told to say something to you like, "Hi, Joe, I see on the form you indicated that you were violently abused when you were a child. I'm really sorry that happened to you. That should never have happened. Would you like to talk about it?" And quite a lot of people said, "Thank you, but no, I don't want to talk about that." But a lot of people did want to talk about it. On average, the conversations lasted 5 minutes. And then the doctor said, "I can refer you to a therapist to talk more about this if you want." And they were monitored to see what happened. The results were kind of incredible. There was an enormous fall in depression and anxiety just from the 5-minute meeting, right? And from the, obviously people who referred to therapy saw an even bigger fall. And it seems to be, again, this bit is going beyond what Vincent said. He said, I asked him, I said, "No, I think partly what happens is it's related to shame, right? If you are a kid and you experience some kind of abuse, you can basically do one of two things, right? You can either say, look, I'm fucked here, right? I'm like a pinball being smacked around a pinball machine because I can't stop this happening and I've just got to accept it and I'm really vulnerable. Or you can say, this must be my fault at some level, right? Which is what I did. And of course, it's what you're being told anyway by whoever's treating you badly in almost every case. And a weird thing is, if you tell yourself it's your fault, actually, you gain a sort of weird internal power, right? You're not the pinball being smacked around the machine. You're the person controlling the pinball machine. You can change your behavior, right? You can't change the other person's behavior. So you kind of develop this kind of shame. And one of the things we know is, and there's plenty of evidence from this, people like Professor Jim Pennebaker have shown it, shame is a catastrophe for human psychology, right? We know, for example, openly gay men died 2 years later than closeted gay men in the AIDS crisis, even when they got medical care at the same time, right? Shame destroys you, it makes you sick. And what Vincent found was this model of releasing your shame, which led to this significant... I remember one of the letters he got was from an old woman, I think she was in her 80s, who just said who'd been sexually abused when she was a kid. And she said, "Thank you for asking. I thought I'd die and no one would ever know." And you can see how that release of shame would have a transformative effect on people. To learn more on this, check out my book and audiobook on depression, Lost Connections.